now call on the Minister for Commerce, Trade, Tourism and Transport, the Honourable Faiyaz Koya. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank the Honourable Member for the question. Mr. Speaker, sir, the past 1 year has been one of the most very difficult for our country, and the economic devastation that's been caused by COVID-19 pandemic and has effectively crippled our highest income in the tourism sector. Thousands of Fijians have lost their jobs and thousands put on reduced working hours. So whilst the government was gearing towards rebuilding the economy and the new normal, Honourable Speaker, sir, Mother Nature wreaked yet another havoc on our nation. Mr. Speaker, sir, the tropical cyclones Yasa and Ana has actually destroyed critical infrastructure and damaged households, risked our children's education and displaced many. To make it worse, these two cyclones were actually hit almost a month after each other. One of the very first things that actually comes to mind, Mr. Speaker, sir, post and often pre-disaster is actually price gouging. Rightfully so, because families who have would have lost their belongings and they worry about availability of and price of essential commodities such as gas and basic food items. Now, Mr. Speaker, sir, as a responsible government, we've actually invested in and empowered agencies such as the Consumer Council of Fiji and the Fijian Competition Commerce Commission. As such, Mr. Speaker, sir, due to policy actions by the government and diligent action by our consumer protection agencies, the actual number of gouging cases reported to CCOF pre and post Cyclone Yasa was 6. And that's out of which the Council has actually resolved 5 other cases, all with favourable outcomes. In addition, Mr. Speaker, sir, the FCCC actually received complaints of price gouging in the Northern Division, which were acted on immediately, and there were some retailers increasing the price of specific items such as food, batteries and torches and battery-operated light bulbs or solar-operated items, even generators. And this is mainly common for unregulated items, Mr. Speaker, sir. For example, a solar battery-operated light would cost around $10 to $15 in normal circumstances, but post-Yasa, these prices increased to up to about $29 for the same product. And in some instances, there was no price marking at all on the goods. As I pointed out earlier, Mr. Speaker, sir, the price gouging is actually prevalent in most countries around the world during times of disaster. And for us, we've been able to keep these types of conduct under close watch and control, and this is a testament of the effectiveness of our collaborative actions. Mr. Speaker, sir, this actually demonstrates the effectiveness of the Consumer Council of Fiji and FCCC, which actually ensures that the interests of Fijian consumers are always put first and promotes effective competition and informed markets. I hope that answers the question, sir. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I thank the Honourable Minister. You have the floor.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, sir. A supplementary question to Minister. Can the Honourable Minister inform this August House, are there any plans to match Consumer Council of Fiji and Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission as their roles are similar and complementary? Thank you.
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the role of Consumer Council of Fiji and FCCC slightly differ in the sense that Consumer Council is more of an awareness and advocacy agency of the government, whereas FCCC has an enforcement role. However, sir, as correctly pointed out, the roles of the two agencies actually complement each other, but initial assessments are underway on how the best two agencies can actually work together. So we're just doing assessments at the moment. Thank you, sir.
I thank the Honourable Minister.